Adam Scott.
And I'm Jeff John Cox.
And this is the TNT Movie Geeks. And this week we looked at Terminator Salvation, the latest entry in the Terminator series of films. In the basic plot of Terminator Salvation, what you've got is John Connor fighting the good fight against the evil machines in the future. It's a very, very gritty future, and there is no soap to be found anywhere. As much as this seems to be the case from the previews, it is phenomenally more drab, gray, and desperate looking in the finished film. I would say that the visual style was very impressive on this, but not as impressive as the sound editing, which really helps capture the whole mood of the story, which is John Connor's final fight to make sure that the future goes on and humanity has a chance.
McG is the director here, and yes, that's his legal directing name. It's the dumbest name ever. He's the guy behind Charlie's Angels and Charlie's Angels Full Throttle. And I think Chuck, which is probably the only part of his credits that I enjoy. But McG's direction is really sloppy at some times in this film. And I don't know, he wanted to keep this a frenetic-paced action thriller. I saw an interview with him and some of the stars on G4 recently, and they talked about how the first Terminator movie was a horror movie, the second one was a sci-fi action movie, and the third one was a romp, a sci-fi romp. This one isn't really any of them. They tried to make a war movie. And the best war movies have heart behind it. And this just felt like, unlike the main character in this film, it didn't really have one. But other than that, you know, I was really looking forward to this film. Because ever since the first tank tread rolled over the human skull in the original Terminator when I was 8 years old, ever since then, I wanted to see this fight in the future. It just didn't live up to my expectations.
In Terminator Salvation, you've got some characters doing some stuff, but there's not just a hell of a lot of development. You've got Sam Worthington as Marcus Wright, who is a convict who got killed in the very earliest part of the 21st century for murder. He was executed, and he gave his body to science, and that drives much of the action of the film, much to his regret. He's a very conflicted character and arguably the most interesting one in the entire picture, but that's not really saying that much when he's put alongside Christian Bale's, at times, somewhat wooden John Connor.
All right, well, this is a nice boom, 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 boom action film, you know? I just wanted a little more by the fifth boom. You know, I want something more from my action movies.
Well, I don't think this one can deliver it.
Yeah, it's pretty much nothing behind the facade, is there?
No.
I would recommend it to people who are fans of the Terminator franchise, but I would recommend Terminator Sarah Connor Chronicles that just got canceled after 2 seasons on Fox way more than I would this film.
Yeah, that had characters.
Yeah, that had characters with some action. This had
action. And, oh hey, there's characters now.
That's about it. All right, that was time for this week's
Worst Movie News Ever!
Just when you thought Kevin James couldn't do something even more ambitious than Paul Blart Mall Cop, he proves us all wrong.
Oh, the King of Queens.
Yeah, his next project in development is apparently called The Zookeeper.
Ooh.
And in it, Kevin James plays the main character, and
he's a zookeeper?
Yes, and he doesn't have much success with the ladies.
Oh, no way.
But he gets some help from some sassy zoo animals giving him advice. And you know what that means?
That means they probably talk.
Oh, joy. Thank you, Kevin James.
Wow. All right. Well, yeah, I guess that would be
Worst Movie News Ever!
And next week, we're going to be looking at the latest from Pixar, Up!
Yay!
Should be a lot of fun.
Not up with people, not up with animals.
Just Up.
Just Up. It's a follow-up to last year's WALL-E. Obviously not a sequel or anything. It's a totally different story. But so this better be good.
Can they meet the mark?
Because we both loved WALL-E a lot. So that was our first review. So now we're coming all full circle here on Movie Geeks. All right, that'll be next week. I'm Jeff John Cox.
And I'm Adam Scott.
And we'll see you then.